Yes, so you might say it's a legit. If you want to describe it as political witch hunt, then you might also say it is a legitimate offense that has now been used as a political witch hunt. If you want to put it that way, if it makes sense. But the point is, it wasn't only the PDP who felt disgruntled. Every other person was affected, had the same view. But that's just part of what happened. Now, eventually, just listen to Sam Anyanwu still saying he is the authentic National Secretary of the party. And remember that INEC has also told the PDP committee that Samuel Anyanwu is the party's secretary. Okay, but that's not even all. If you then now look at within the PDP, some of the issues that came, all right, before we go on to the NEC that's scheduled and all of that, there were some conversations, and you would see Lamido. Lamido had expressed his own issues and says he would not attend PDP activities with Wike and Autumn as members. For many people, they had not been comfortable with the idea that, okay, the FCT minister still attends meetings. Lamido is a member of the NEC of the PDP, Sule Lamido, and he had to come out and say that he was not going to attend party meetings unless the FCT minister and Benue State Governor Samuel Autumn were expelled. Now, you know, both of these individuals were part of the G5 that they formed. That was building up to the last election. Sule Lamido, who is a former Minister of Foreign Affairs, was absent in the 99th NEC meeting that the party held. It was in Abuja last week. No, it wasn't even last week. It was this week. Sorry. I think it was on Monday, Tuesday, thereabout. If you look at the postponement and everything that happened, Monday, Tuesday. He also frowned at the accommodation of Senator Samuel Anyanwu. So he also was not comfortable with the idea that they still were, accommodating Samuel Anyanwu, who still claims to remain the chairman of the party. At the moment, is having this legal tussle back and forth. He described Samuel Anyanwu as one being rejected by the Zonal Executive Committee of the party. Now, many have described Anyanwu as an ally of Nyesom Wike, and Wike and Anyanwu were not at the NEC meeting, but the former Benue governor and the newly inaugurated board of trustees member Samuel Autumn was at the meeting. So Wike and Anyanwu weren't, but Samuel Autumn was at the meeting, and he expressed his own disappointment with it and says he wasn't going to be a part of that meeting. The worry for everyone now is, okay, where is the PDP going to go with this, with the situation of things? It doesn't look like there's an end in sight to this. We'll have a conversation with the state PDP chairman. That would be after we come back from the break. We'll get in touch with Honorable Robinson Ewor, who was also in Abuja, and to perhaps give us more insight into what the resolutions are and what the PDP has decided to do going forward, arising from the NEC meeting that it held on Tuesday in Abuja, amongst many other things that many think is affecting the party. And if the party is going to put its house together, then it needs to handle these issues quickly before the 2027 election. The accusations have been that, well, the presidency, the ruling party has a hand in whatever is happening in the PDP. Some even say that the president is using the FCT minister as a tool to destabilize the PDP. Well, all of these, again, remains in the spectrum of rumor. So let's leave it in that space until there's something tangible to show us proof. But hypothetically, if you look at the Nigerian politics, right, there's no smoke without fire. So Peter Obi had also opined the same position when he suggested that what is happening in the Labour Party at the moment with leadership issues is a deliberate ploy, something being done deliberately by the presidency to make sure that there isn't any solid opposition going into the next election, but that these things would be sorted out and taken care of. So the big question is whether the PDP stands any chance. Do they stand any chance? I mean, we've had the FCT minister and some other members clearly state who they are going to support in the next election. And for many, that's anti-party enough. And the question is why something has not been done about it. regardless of the disciplinary committee set up and so on and so forth. Everybody's waiting. Okay, these committees have put out their report. What decisions did they reach? Well, like I said, we'll find out from my guest. But whether the PDP stands a chance, let us find out. If you think the PDP stands a chance, with how they are operating at the moment, ahead of 2027 with the issues, note this is not the first time, but could this one be the one that ends everything? I mean, you've heard Alhaji Atiku Abubakar say what they need is some coalition, but the PDP is not open to that. And so several other political parties, including the Labour Party, who doesn't feel like it needs any coalition with anybody. So what then is the way forward now for the party? How do they get out of this mess that they're in? Because it seems like it would be an unending battle. That's clearly what this is already looking like. Anyanwu, you just heard the clip I played from you, did not sound like a man who is going to take this lying down. And that would mean that, well, the battle will continue. But we'll find out from you on Facebook. It's at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. That's the handle on Facebook, so you can join the conversation. And it's already looking like we have some. I mean, if Sule Lamido is already saying he would not attend meetings until this is addressed, you can only imagine how many more high-ranking members of the PDP would take that route and begin to say, well, until something is done about these people or those people, we're not joining the meetings, and that would become a new breed of problem on its own for the party as they plan for 2027. The handle on Facebook at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. On WhatsApp, it's 0809 030 6416. That's the WhatsApp number. We'll go on a short break, and when we return, we'll hear from my guest, and then we'll get your thoughts as well on what you think, whether or not the PDP has what it takes. Will it be able to weather this storm as it has weathered the other ones in the past? We'll find out.
Nigeria Info.
All right, conversation continues. Good morning. My name is Ifeemi Andrew. What's next for the PDP? As we were looking at the PDP NEC meeting and its leadership issues, and we heard from the estranged National Secretary, Sam Anyanwu, who has continued to say he still is the PDP National Secretary. We've also heard from Sule Lamido, who has said he would no longer attend meetings as long as the FCT Minister Yeson Wike and former Benue State Governor Samuel Ortom are present in those meetings. He is no longer attending meetings. In the NEC meeting that was held just on Tuesday, remember, it was just Samuel Ortom was present. What does this mean for the PDP going forward? I told us we'll try to get in touch with the PDP State Chairman, Robinson Ewor. At the moment, still very difficult to get a hold of him. Some issues with the phone lines, but hopefully before we're done, we would hear from him. But first, let's hear from you. What's next for the PDP? What is left? How do they get that? This looks like a serious one. This looks like the one that might just be responsible for why the PDP doesn't put up a strong fight in 2027. 0817-923-0007. 0817-923-0007. You can also call 0817-923-0002. 0817-923-0002. Remember, the FCT minister says he was pulling out of the agreements they reached because part of the agreement was that Anyanwu would remain national secretary, and since they were reneging on that, he wasn't going to continue with whatever they were saying. And for some of you, you've continued to ask, why does the PDP continue to accommodate him regardless of everything that's been going on and that is said to have been done, including coming out to openly say, even in the next election, this is who he's supporting. And many said that's anti-party. So why aren't the PDP, why isn't the PDP doing anything about it? Braid from Port Harcourt. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother Shin.
Yeah.
The truth is that the PDP has become suspected. All of them, as they see themselves, they are suspecting themselves. And a sheep without a shepherd is a shrinking sheep. Who is the leader in PDP right now? The PDP has lost focus. Since after Jonathan, PDP has lost focus. As we speak right now, in PDP River State, we have 2 state chairmen. And when we talk about the national, we are having 2 secretaries, just ups and downs. How do you think PDP will thrive? What kind of opposition PDP is going to form? PDP in time past in Nigeria almost produced about 31 state governors. And today, they are talking about ground rent. So that Wadata Plaza does not belong to PDP. But how come they are owing the ground rent? That is a question that they should be beginning to ask themselves. And when they have meetings, they were saying they want to suspend the FCT minister here and there. But when they call the meeting, FCT ministers are down there. Which of them talk directly to the FCT minister? Tell you that they lack leadership. FCT minister sat down there, the meeting over. And nobody could be able to say, FCT minister, you heard that you do anti-party or you did not do this, and why you are fighting the party, why won't you take direction? Nobody. So it's a sheep without the leader. And there is nothing they can do. But not focus. How are they going to form a measure when there are a lot of bottleneck court issues here and there? Who will stand to go for the measure? Under which platform? So the PDP for me is neither here or there. People should not count on PDP right now as it is in Nigeria. Because even the national chairman is the person that is thinking the party. But they are just chasing shadows. Instead of go directly to the problem and see how they can nip it on the board. They are just chasing shadows. For me, they are neither here or there. Nothing could come out.
Right.
Nothing good can come out from there.
Inechi Dakuku, good morning. Hello, good morning. Dakuku. All right, let's go to Mene in Yenegua. Mene, good morning.
Good morning, Etienne.
You're welcome.
Thank you. You know, you see this matter, I don't know why everybody is pointing hands towards our leader, the FCC minister, the capacity minister, the superior minister in Nigeria as it stands today. You see, everything they did against him in 2023, they must pay the supreme price. And PDP is a sinking ship, just like my president has said. I see what I'm saying. So anybody defecting from PDP shouldn't be blamed. Just like what the Akwa Ibom State governor said, that not when you win election, at the end of the day, you have issue of signing who signed your form. You understand me? Just like what happened in Zamfara, that everybody was wiped away. It's just because of the issue that happened in the national. Our money in real estate they have been using to sponsor PDP in Nigeria. Where are other governors? One of the governors says, money